detergent. So it depends on most times what you expose your skin to initially determines how strong your skin is. But then bar soap generally is used for washing clothes, uh, just for washing. You can use to wash plates, wash clothes. You can even convert it to maybe stir it in water and then use it to mop. So that is the bar soap we are talking about. It has different names by different people. Some people call it green soap. Depending when we are going up, the bar soaps we are using then we are virtually green in color. Those long that you use knife to cut. Not now that bar soap is well modernized and then with good scent. And that is exactly one of the things we do. And what we are doing is a customized bar soap. Customized in the sense that you do it to your taste. You can decide to buy perfume to your taste, and then when you wash your clothes, somebody looks at somebody come close and ask me, "Wow, which perfume do you use?" But it's actually the bar soap you are using. So, first thing about production generally, you need to protect yourself. We forgot hand gloves because some of the ingredients we're using for bar soap is actually not friendly with the skin. So first of all, protect yourself. You can see I'm wearing lab coats. It mustn't be lab coat because in your house you may not have lab coats, but just something you can use to cover yourself. Some persons have easy apron at home. You can use it. Any clothes that can just cover you, just try and. But there are these hand gloves that are like leather, disposable. You can also get them. Those ones are cheap. But if you don't have, you can use something of this nature. Because one of the ingredients we're using, caustic soda, see that is actually when you dissolve it in water, you touch the bowel, it's very hot. So that's for that. Then another thing about production too is that before you start producing, try to cross-check what you have, whether it's complete. That's what I actually did when we are trying to secure the whole place. I had to check whether the ingredients are complete. And then you also need to get one or two things that you need, like Powell and some other things that will help you in the production. And then when you are done with all those things, you do what? You also make sure that you understood the what? The procedure. And then you do what? You commence your scale. So we'll be going into bar soap now. There are ingredients we need for the bar soap. Okay, if there's another table, fine. Okay, it's fine. So this is foam booster. What is foam booster used for? From the name, it helps to boost the foaming ability. Then silicates too also boost the foaming ability. Then this is perfume. This silicate. Even how to produce this silicate is in the book. How to produce silicates. In case maybe you went to market, you didn't get silicates, but then you can produce silicate by yourself. Even sparkling, you can produce sparkling by yourself. You can produce all this school chalk. I don't know whether they are still using it now. Those days, when we are still in school, you can produce school chalk. So, okay, this foam booster, this is your color. If anything you are producing, just go to market, tell them what you are producing, they'll give you the color they are supposed to use. The color we use for oil products, and not the same color we use for liquid soap that is watery. Did you get it? And so you need to specify. Then this is our kaolin. You either use kaolin or you use calcium carbonate. whether you use kaolin or calcium carbonate, it actually gives your product weight. It gives it weight. Then we have soda ash. This helps in the washability of this thing, the soap. It helps to remove dirt. Sulfates, similar work, and then with other work too. Caustic soda too also helps to remove dirt and others. So some of the details of the uses, you also find them in the books. That will not spend time so much on the uses. So am I mixing it other pro? Okay, this is one of the oils we're using. This PK oil. What's the full meaning? Is not palm oil, palm kernel oil. You know, if we say PK, we twist it small. It's palm kernel oil. It's oil gotten from palm kernel. So that's this. So we're using two oils here. You can still use some other oil, but then we are bringing oil that is at home with us that we can easily get. So we have PK oil, and then we have palm oil, but then we will not use palm oil direct. We have to do what? Bleach it. That's what was giving us that reaction when we were bleaching it. So that is bleached palm oil. So we'll start immediately. Let me have this. No water. You see? Yeah, the oil is fine. This one. Okay, this one is perfume. So for perfume, you choose perfume of your choice. Some people even decide some product you see in the market that doesn't have scent. They don't put perfume. Maybe a bucket. Bucket. So perfume is, if you like, some baths we see doesn't have perfume, because sometimes all this perfume you are seeing now maybe close to 1.5. Perfume is costly. And then color. Some people can produce this without even. It's still hot stuff. Some can do the production without putting color, because this bleached oil will give you its color. I thought it has already. Okay, so I will need a volunteer. Are you sure this is not small? I will need a volunteer. I will need somebody from here. Let's not stress. Can we clean this? Fine. I think we can still take this back. Sorry. Let's take it back. I would have preferred Daddy to sit down. So let somebody else come. So let's start. This bucket, can we use it for the production?
Yes, go ahead.
We can use it, ba? We can always wash now. This is soap now. It's soap now. So that we can use. Yeah? It is for a start. It is. Okay, reduce it. Do you have another bucket? Please, please. One or two, just as much so that we can. This thing seems to be dirty. Is open now, ba? So first of all, we'll dissolve the caustic soda. What is happening? Can we reduce the water? It's actually more bucket I need.
Then we need empty bucket. Is it okay? Yeah, empty bucket.
This one is neat, I think. So in production, ensure that what you are using is what neat, because at the end it will affect your final production. So neatness is important. Sometimes after when you see a liquid soap, you check the down, you are seeing small dents. It's because of the container they use. So we mix. Normally, the quantity you are producing, you are supposed to use 1.2 liters of water. But then we don't have any gauge here. I will use my eye to be gauging it. So we dissolve caustic soda. Since I'm holding something, let me, because this is actually corrosive. So we'll dissolve it inside the bowl we're using. Which one should we use now? Okay, let's use this. Let me record that together. So we okay. Another thing about production, please, you don't assume that you know the chemical. As much as I maybe have been doing this, this thing can be salt. This thing can, that's why you must tell them to do what, to label it so that you know what you're using. If you go to market to buy, please tell them to do what, to label it. So we pour our caustic soda. Then after pouring, we'll stir. And as you're producing, you'll be discarding. Okay. Can I get something to put in this? So your stirring is very important. Ensure that you stir as you are producing, because so that the chemicals can mix together. And all the ingredients that are in powder form will dissolve separately before the pouring. Sometimes we don't do that. If it is, for example, liquid soap, all the chemicals are in powder form. We dissolve them separately before the pouring them. So we have added what now? Caustic soda. Somebody should come and touch. It will not do you, and just touch. So you see what I'm saying.
It's warm.
Very warm.
Oh, it's warm.
Most times, what they do in bar soap production, most times what they do in bar soap production is that they dissolve this and keep it for 24 hours. That's what they do. But this is another method we're using. So we'll do everything now, and then we will see our products. So it's hot. You don't pour water into the caustic soda. You pour the caustic soda into the water. Very important. Because if you do that, if you do the other way around, there will be a splash, and the effect may not be so wonderful. So another thing you add is the soda ash. Who will tell me why we didn't dissolve this other one separately? Caustic soda. This one is not that bad. You can open. Why didn't we dissolve caustic soda separately before pouring?
Because there is no chemical in the water.
Exactly. So it's just water. You can just pour. You can stir this one. Another thing also you need to know about production is that you can make a mistake and learn from your mistake. So that maybe when you now start producing your own, you encounter a challenge, don't give up. When one of the professor's wife, I supplied liquid soap on campus, one of the first liquid soap I did after learning it, when after producing it, I observed that there were lumps inside the liquid soap. And then I had to supply the liquid soap, and that's my first product to them. If I didn't do it well, it will definitely spoil my name, and they may not return back to patronize me again. So after the production, I realized that there were lumps, and then the first thing that came to my mind was, why the lumps first? And since I have limited time to deliver, what will I do? And then I began to think, liquid soap cannot pass through all this our sieve that we use for cooking. And then I now realized that in my house I have this cloth sieve. I used the cloth sieve, sieved it, and then went and supplied my clear products. And then I learned that in production, in liquid soap production, all your ingredients that are powdered form, you do what? You dissolve them first. Because I was adding direct. If you add them direct, you still get your result too. But then sometimes those lumps will have to take days for it to dissolve. And most times too, if they dissolve, the product may not be as clear as it's supposed to be. So I now learned that one, that I need to dissolve all the powdered ingredients before putting them. And that's why we're dissolving them gradually. So we can add we'll dissolve our sulfate, sodium sulfate. The other one. Yes, it's actually labeled. You cannot wake me up now and ask me, just dissolve it. Maybe, and then tell me, please, is this sulfate? I will tell you no. Except I use a chemical, maybe reaction that will make me to know that this is sulfate. I can never claim to know sulfate because this can be except it is being labeled. So I repeat again, if you go to market, please tell them. Don't say I know how to do it. No, tell them to label, because some of them can be friendly, like all these ones now are not too harsh. But imagine not knowing that what they call it, that caustic soda is actually caustic. You're thinking is maybe sugar. They use sugar to produce soap. You don't know. There are many things many methods you can actually use to produce. Is it okay? And so just for stirring of the general one is very, very important. So as you are pouring, help us and be stirring. Like vigorous stirring. But be careful too for that to not splash on your body. So the next thing we'll add our foam booster. Yes. So just like I said, silicate is actually also helps in foaming. You can actually produce these silicates. The how to produce it is add. You add everything. Everything has been measured for what we are doing. Keep stirring, keep stirring. If you observe what is happening, it's a little bit foaming, I mean. So some of these ingredients we've added now, we also use them in what? In liquid soap. So they all see the same function. So this one will add it in the oil. This kaolin. You add no add this one now, silicate. Silicate. Yes.
What oil should have just be adding.
Don't be tempted to use your hand to test this one for now because of the caustic soda that is inside. So just keep stirring. We need to bring, somebody should help and bring our oil. We also need to, anyway, if you add this one and that one, it will, I believe it will dissolve. So you keep stirring. That stirring is very, very important to ensure homogeneous mixture. I was taught that any person that entered through the window is what? You are the one that is calling yourself thief. So you can just keep it on the ground. So can you gradually, carefully pour this one? You can shift so that it will not splash. You mix the two oil. Just gradually. This one is just the normal oil, you will know. I don't know why it's taking time to cool down. You can remain small, don't add everything. What we actually needed is okay. What we need, sorry. What we actually need is okay. What we need is half liter, and no, they bought 1 liter. So it's okay. So just keep stirring, keep stirring. The final thing we'll do is to add this, but it seems like it's still hot. So you have you observed that sometimes you buy a soap, one finishes faster, the other one did not finish fast. So palm oil actually makes your soap to last longer. It makes your soap to last longer.
What if you double the palm oil?
If you double the palm oil, you double other ingredients, so that you will not, after washing, you will receive oil in your clothes. So, and please bleach the oil. Bleach the oil. You see now, it's no longer like palm oil. You can produce this without color. It will give you the color of the bleached palm oil. So, what we're actually waiting for now is for this thing to cool down. I always like